Fred is the Vice Provost for the Academic Affairs, Director of the Rice Center for Engineering and Leadership, and the John and Ann Dowler Professor of Mechanical Engineering. RCEL's mission is to inspire, educate, and develop ethical leaders in technology who will excel in research, industry, non-engineering career paths, or entrepreneurship. RCEL's programming enhances a traditional engineering education by providing skills not typically covered in an engineering curriculum. Through a series of curricular and co-curricular learning experience, RCEL students learn to create, communicate a vision, build a high-performing team, execute collaborative plans, and create innovations that endure. Fred, thank you for being here today. I look forward to hearing about your new programs.
Fred, you're muted.
You may still be muted. Oh, no. Looks like we have technical difficulties. I think we might need a second to figure them out. Oh, I hear your voice.
Great. Yes. So again, so thank you for being here. I'm excited about the future of Houston and the role that Rice wants to take in catapulting all of us ahead. And so again, I am Fred Higgs, and I'm a mechanical engineering professor who leads the Rice Center for Engineering Leadership. And we're excited about the future as far as how we can help certain individuals rise into leadership and become technology leaders, and to take your organizations there as well. So again, we are a center at Rice, and we're focused on getting technology professionals and engineers to get training in leadership, and that goes across the entire academic spectrum. So our goal is to create leaders in technology and engineering. And I did want to kind of holistically explore this in the sense that you all are all professionals who are here, but because our programs span the gamut, we want you to be aware of this for perhaps your children at one stage and all the way up to where you are there. And so the way we look at this is in three ways. What we're doing with undergraduate engineering leadership, what we're doing with pre-college initiatives to create a pipeline of future engineering leaders like yourselves, and then what we're doing with graduate and postgraduate. And so we look at this, and we have a certificate program here at Rice University for engineering students who want to have an education in rising into leadership and management pretty early in their careers. And so we have a certificate, and it's and basically they focus on some fundamental principles, and then they go into a specific career direction, which we say the acronym RIPE. I'll talk about it a little later, but it's research, industry, non-engineering pathways, and entrepreneurship. And then from that core center of training our undergraduate students, we then go out to the pre-college engineering audience, and then finally out in the community with bringing you in for master's degrees or even non-degree training opportunities. So as far as what we're doing for undergraduate engineering leadership, the way we look at this is that a student comes in, and you know, the average student like me, when I came in, you know, you just kind of navigating your career path blindly there. And you know, the black lines here of this maze are the ethical boundaries. So you come in blindly, and you know, you're not really sure which direction you're going with your career. You may end up at a dead end or not. Of course, we have the person who might come in and you know, they're working in their career paths, and they may kind of get outside of some ethical boundaries to get ahead, to make it towards leadership. But the RCEL student, we're training them to be ethical leaders in technology and engineering. And through mentorship, we have a lot of We brought in a lot of former vice presidents from Fortune 500 companies who are working now. They retired and now they're working in RCEL training. They do some of our training to our extended graduate and non-graduate programs there. And so we just have a whole slew. We probably have the most professors in the practice at Rice University, which are former executives from industry who come back to Rice to impart their knowledge and work right alongside the field experts within engineering there. And so they're helping to navigate our students. We have a curriculum that we hope they navigate this matrix and efficiently get into leadership position because we think that's a good thing for the world. And so fundamentally, getting this engineering leadership certificate for college students who are majoring in engineering, they'll take what we call kind of the Engineering Leadership 101, some fundamental courses, and then they must, at the end of their certificate, select a career track in either this right direction here. So just for the undergraduate, for the fundamental part of it, they learn communications, rapid decision-making. Of course, ethics is incorporated across everything we do. Project management, we have it at the undergraduate level. We also have a certificate program on Coursera. I'll talk about a little later. For you all who are professionals, we want you to analyze yourself, do an assessment, and then move yourself forward. So that's the self-leadership category. Before you become a leader and exert good leadership, you need to understand followership. And so we hit the teamwork part hard. We give them the tenets of being a visionary and we kind of case study what visionaries look like so we can begin to help these students mature and cast their technological understanding in a visionary point of view. And then finally, once they finish that kind of fundamental training, they must choose a career path RIPE here under the acronym RIPE. And so we think of it like you come in, a little unripe as a banana, and by the time you leave, we want to catapult you into industry there. And so, or whatever career path you choose. So the first career path for RIPE might be a research career like me. I was an undergrad engineering major, and then I went on into to graduate school, got my doctorate, and then went into a career path that was obviously in academia, becoming a subject matter expert and conducting research. Then there's, of course, the I is for industry, like most of you. These students will come out and we aim them towards what they need to do to rise into leadership in industry, as opposed to rising into leadership like this young person who can become president of a university. This young person become maybe a CEO or CIO, I should say, or CTO. Now this one here is interesting. We're recognizing the pathways. This is for non-engineering pathways. So we recognize that engineering is the #1 way to get into business school, law school, medical school. And so we bring in a bunch of experts. This class is taught by a patent lawyer with 2 degrees in engineering who went on to law school. And we bring in career professionals who are engineers that went to do non-engineering things, using their analytical, objective minds to go into these other career paths there. And then finally, entrepreneurship, which some of you who are looking to be attached to the ION and other startup initiatives in Houston, we're training our undergrads for that. So you can come and scoop them up for internships and things like that. Now, I want to shift gears a bit here as far as what we do with high school programs. I wouldn't normally mention this, but I'm talking to the Houston community, so we want you to know for your children, we have some pre-college things also looking to create leadership experiences and STEM enrichment activities to create the next generation of engineers. So we have the Elite Tech, Emerging Leaders in Technology and Engineering program. We pivoted last summer to be online. It was a day camp on campus because of COVID. We pivoted online. This summer, Rice just decided that you can come on campus, but we've elected to stay virtual again this summer. But this is great because we're still quite hands-on. So there's several tech courses your student can take. These are half-day camps because we don't want them sitting in front of the computer all day. So they can choose a tech course, and they also are getting leadership experience each week. So if they come in week 1 for AI and machine learning, we'll literally teach them machine learning coding, and how to develop their own products with that. But then they'll be doing one of the leadership sequences for that week. And they can come back for another week and do that. So it is a fee-based camp, and it's called Elite Tech. And we typically never have more than 5 to 7 students per instructor. So, so it's great. This is not a look at the students who are the high schoolers. These are our live instructors. So our brilliant Rice PhDs, undergrads, master students will be your live instructors for this. I did want to get to now what we're doing. This is a new program that's being planned. It's a Masters of Engineering Management and Leadership, which we think pertains to a lot of you all there. And so we're very near approval for this new master's degree. We think it's going to be transformative for Texas and beyond there. So this is a Master's of Engineering Management and Leadership, and it's going to be an on-campus degree and an online degree. We're excited about that. And so just kind of looking at that, you can think of an organization, right? You have the CEO at the top, a board that really governs him or her. And then you have several particular directorates, like the COO's operations director, information security, business development, different directors. And then there's normally an engineering or technology directorate. Rising to the top of that is what we're aiming to. So these are for, we expect our alum, we call it the MEMO program, Masters of Engineering Management and Leadership, under the acronym MEMO. So when I say MEMO, like Jimmy Kimmel, you'll know I'm talking about this master's program. But we want our alum to, these are for the ones that want to lead engineering, not leave engineering and say get an MBA or something. And so we're going to give them this training to move right up that ladder within the engineering division there, to be a CTO or be vice president of engineering or other leadership roles. So if you think of this, like you come in here, let's say a software engineer, he comes in here or she comes in, and then she would go to senior software engineer. This is the individual contributor part though. But then at a certain point, as you know it at companies, you could go up the leadership direction, engineering management ladder, or you can stay on the individual contributor ladder, which ends at something like senior fellow. And normally these fellows we're bringing back to Rice as professors in the practice and things like that. But on this side, if you want to go up management, senior director to the vice president level and maybe to CTO, this is what the MEMO program is targeted at catapulting you in doing. So we're looking for you to push up. The MEMO degree pushes you up that ladder there. Normally you get like a normal master's and PhD, you're going up the individual contributor ladder. But if you take a product and you think of it over time, its technological performance is increasing. We call this innovation. The slope of this line is the pace of innovation there. And so we're producing, if you graduate from our program, we want you to think that you're someone who can lead and manage a team of engineers to create these kind of ethical, technical product solutions that help society there. And the whole curriculum is slated to be able to do that. And for you to actually consider the next generation of products where you consider user data and bringing that back in. So if you're an alum in this program, then we expect that you're a little different, right? You're not just an MBA with an undergrad degree, because some of your courses will be, 40% of your courses will be highly technical from actual engineering departments. But you'll be able to connect the internal knobs of a technology and then relate that to the economic outcome, but you're still close to the internal technical knobs. So knowing how the product works and being able to describe that because you have this advanced engineering training. Certainly you should be a more structured thinker who could know the fundamental tenets of a technology and how that relates to the overall design of that. You'll be able to leverage your deep technical knowledge to understand things. And you won't just be a binary thinker, right? Someone who maybe not an engineer, not a MEMO alum, who actually goes into management. They're more like a give me your opinions and take a go and no go perspective. We don't want you to be so binary, but being more nuanced. Like, this is why we need this. This team is your most valuable team. This person is your most valuable person. We need to put protection around this person not ever leaving the company. So being very nuanced and understanding those different things. That's what this program is about. So we have several courses here. And And there's 7 engineering management leadership courses, 3 within a discipline. So if you're a mechanical engineer, you might want to take 3 all in mechanical there, or maybe want to take 3 in data science. We have that as well, industrial engineering, financial engineering. But you have 7 engineering management courses. So we'd say it's a breadth sequence of leadership. You get a depth sequence in a particular engineering topic, and we think you'll come out quite strong with that. Lastly, I'll leave you with our certificate programs, which are non-degree. You're like, I don't want to yet jump. I want to put one toe in the bathwater, not jump into the full master's degree. We're on Coursera. We're their leading and we're their only engineering management curriculum there. You can get a certificate in engineering leadership. We're one of their leading offerings there. And we have this is online, of course, Coursera, but we also have a new program that's on campus, and you have more information about that. So we're the Rice Center for Engineering Leadership. Here's our website. There's my email if you have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Fred, for that. I really appreciate your program because I worked a long time in the startup entrepreneur scene, and I know one of the great challenges we have here is basically having talent that is trained in leadership. We have wonderful technical people here, but this program just seems, it just meant for, our growing entrepreneur scene. From your point of view, I'd like to hear what you think about that, how you think about that.
Yes, that's a great point. Yeah, we do see ourselves, one of our frameworks is that, when Amazon, as you know, came here, and they didn't choose Houston as a place they felt they could build their headquarters to. And we think that we're a part of changing that mindset there. So we want to, you have these talented individuals. Texas is second in terms of concentration of engineers per unit area. We're second behind Silicon Valley. And so there's just this great minefield of that. And these are great engineers. A lot of them are certainly in oil and gas, but a lot of them want to pivot elsewhere. We want to give them that engineering management training to go on and do a startup, to go on and lead the technology sides of a division at a technology corporation. And we want to be right there in the ION as well, working alongside these professionals there. So we're definitely looking to think that you get the right leaders in place, and they will definitely they have a corps of engineers here in the region, and they'll be able to do great things there. But we do need those leaders in place, and so this is why that program is dedicated to those. And we have top former VPs who are coming in and teaching this right alongside the experts like me in different engineering areas.
How does, if there's somebody who wants to be involved, that a top VP who would like to participate as a mentor, should they email you or?
Yes, they definitely should. We'll soon be looking for faculty members with different trainings in different areas, from engineering management and leadership to engineering project management to product design. This is really around the product, right? The technology. One of the things that we're looking at is doing this industry 4.0 perspective. The program is built around that. The next generation of products are things where the streams of data can come back to you, so you can learn about your product in the field and improve that design over time. And so we're creating these thinkers who are thinking about these next generation products as well. I have contracts I'm working on with the oil and gas industry. Think about a drill bit that's giving you back data so you can improve that design for the next drill bit that actually comes in. We're looking to create professionals who think in that way. And so whether you're in industry, you want to come back, definitely contact me, or you're looking to get into our programs, we'll be eager for that. Johnson & Johnson recently brought us in there, and we did just a custom version of the engineering management leadership training just for some of their employees as well. So we do that also. That's a non-degree option. A leader brought us in for that. So that's to the VPs as well.
Well, thank you so much for participating today and sharing what you do every day. And I'll see you again soon.
Thank you.